Good morning. You'll notice video playing in the background. The video captured Cheryl and I teaching during observations. It also shows what it looks like during our co-planning sessions. When we first heard that observations were going to be a weekly expectation, it would be fair to say that I experienced some apprehension. This is my 28th year in education, and it has been my experience that principals usually just came in for formal 3-year evals. If they came in other times, I'd ask, do you need something? Frequent observations didn't really happen. Through weekly observations, I feel that Joy knows me better as a teacher. She knows my first graders better as learners and has a genuine idea of what happens daily in my classroom. I believe the process validates and affirms my current practice. The discussions and reflections help stretch my practice, which in turn strengthens student learning.
After we do an observation, the next thing we do is co-planning. We sit down with our observer and we talk about how the lesson went, and we talk about things that we can do to improve our teaching. Once again, that was kind of scary to start with. We didn't know what it would feel like. We didn't know what would be said. At Garfield, we've been doing it for 6 weeks now, and I actually look forward to sitting down with Stephen and talking about how the lesson went. After going to the PLC convention in Minnesota, we came back with these great ideas. And with the co-planning, I'm finally feeling like we are doing those strategies that were taught up in Minnesota at the PLC convention.
So what you're seeing up on the screen is what we would call coaching heavy. What we're seeing on the screen would be things like where the teacher and the instructional coach or the principal are planning the moves that the teacher will be doing in order to improve student learning. And so we're talking about things about like engagement strategies and which priority standards are an emphasis. And what I would say about this is that this was something that prior to the turnaround initiative and the expectation that this went on weekly was not going on by design. It was not as much of a point of emphasis as it is now. And so we're able to then come together and reflect on the instructional strategies that are being used in that lesson and be able to plan for the future. So I'm very excited to see how it impacts student learning.
And as an administrator, you always have good intentions of being that instructional leader and getting into classrooms all of the time and observing, and everything else just gets in the way. But making this a priority, it's on my calendar every week, has really helped me to be the instructional leader that I always wanted to be. The collaboration piece is also a huge piece for me. I've always wanted to be that person that teachers felt that I was more of a coach than their evaluator, and so this has really helped me to do that in a better way. I think as a staff, we are much more focused on laser light instruction, on what we want kids to know and be able to do. And along with that, we have focused heavily on engagement strategies, so our students are much more engaged. So clearly, this is a positive experience for the teachers and the instructional coach and myself as an administrator. But the real winners here are our students, because the better that we get, the better that they're going to get. Thank you.